What is your fondest childhood memory? Maybe it's eating chocolates, perhaps even school. For some, it could be their Christmas dinners. Most of us, it's our New Year's Eve. But if you're like most people, you're already telling yourself, playing outdoors with friends. Lucky for you, research says exposure to green spaces can help you a lot. The time you spend out in the greens has a greater impact than you realize. So what exactly is up with these green spaces? Psychologists say the color green brings a calming effect. Next time, notice the guests waiting to appear on a television program. They often wait in a green room to be relaxed before their appearance. Naturally, when you're playing around in green parks, you have this great tranquility inside. Green spaces are not just the parks. Open, undeveloped land with natural vegetation is also a green space. But you're not the only one seeking to enjoy the beauty of parks. The Japanese have used forest bathing, or Shinrin-yoku, as a therapy for centuries. Shinrin-yoku means bathing in the forest atmosphere, which means you take the forest in through your senses. People just walk in the forest with a forest therapist and they feel incredible. They connect their senses with nature and detox themselves of all negativity. Maybe the phytoncides can explain it. They're organic compounds with antibacterial properties. This chemical is released by trees and we are naturally exposed to it during forest bathing. All this benefit from the forest, but you're missing out on it big time. Just how much time do you think you spend indoors anyway? Well, a study by the Environmental Protection Agency says the average American spends around 93% of their time indoors, which is huge. And by 2050, it only gets worse. 66% of the world's population will be living in cities. And just think about how that will affect humanity going forward. And obviously, it won't be good for us. Neither are children. So the corporates realize that actually. A study examined 10 high-performing buildings across 5 US cities. They studied how the conditions inside the building affect the productivity and well-being of their occupants. And it does turn out, when we work in green certified offices, we get a 26% boost in cognition. We have a 30% fewer sickness-related absences and a 6% rise in sleep quality. Now, we had all these naturally when we roamed around those green parks and played as kids. A recent study went to great lengths to prove this actually. The research team studied data from 20 countries including the UK, the US, Spain, France, Germany, Australia, and Japan. They compared the health of people with little access to green spaces as compared to that of people with the highest exposure. And guess what? The green goers actually had amazing health. Reduced risk of type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, premature death, and preterm birth. They had increased sleep duration as well. But wait, that's not even it. They had a calm blood pressure and heart rate. They even had lower cortisol levels, which means they weren't stressed. But why could this be? Well, maybe those who were exposed to green spaces had more chances of physical activity. Maybe the exposure to a diverse variety of bacteria helped the immune system and reduced inflammation. We still cannot establish a link for this as of now. But these findings can influence the way doctors view their treatments. They can recommend their patients to spend more time in green spaces and natural areas. But do you want to wait until you meet a doctor for that? Take a stroll in the park right now. Go there with your friends and have a good time. Go camping in a forest maybe. Take the trek in the mountains to feel their goodness in your body. Well, maybe your lifestyle may or may not let you get away too often, but take the time to be with the greenery. Here's to your health and well-being. When is your next forest trip, green goer? Subscribe to the University of Good Health on YouTube and follow our social media handles for more amazing content.